So last week, this story right here caused some conversations around Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert and their collaborative tape 1629 that we've been wanting for the past 5 years now. Well, both of them are also releasing solo albums pretty soon. We know the Pink tape, we know that Narcissist/Music is coming out on the side of Playboi Carti, but today we're going to cover the story of 1629 and what this new story, so Instagram story from Lil Uzi Vert, might have to do with it. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. So as I already said, both of them are in the process of rolling out their albums. But before we get to that point and how the two new albums are connected to it, let's take a step back and look at the history and the so far rollout, quote unquote, of 1629, the collaborative tape between the two of them. First of all, I want to mention that the name 1629 stems from both of their neighborhoods growing up. Obviously, Uzi being from the 1600 neighborhood in Philadelphia, and then also Playboi Carti being from the 2900 neighborhood in Atlanta, so that's the origin behind the name. But actually, the first time that we knew about this thing coming out was in 2017, so quite some time ago, from a Snapchat story of Playboi Carti, in which he put a caption, Carti Uzi tape, Uzi Carti tape, 1629. So this was the first time that we knew about the title and that we knew about the both of them wanting to work on an album. This obviously got very much hyped up back in the day, 2017, 2018, because both of them weren't at the status that they are right now of already pretty cemented people, but both of them were still coming up, especially Carti. Uzi was going crazy around that time, and that both of them would be doing a collab album was a big thing. The next thing that happened was that they actually announced a tour together. Now, this tour got announced as of fall 2017. It was supposed to be starting on October 10th. It was the 1629 tour, obviously being connected to the album 1629, which would then be releasing prior to it. This thing, directly after, he announced it, Uzi in this case, got delayed again, or at least canceled, and we never heard about it again. The reason that the tour might have gotten canceled is because some of the music that the two of them had recorded was being leaked. The big one was Break the Bank, which was supposed to be the lead single for 1629, which got leaked in 2017 and might have been the reason why this whole tour got shut down again. But also we had other leaks like Throw It Up that by now have achieved somewhat of a legendary status within the two separate communities of those artists and their overlapping members. Around the same time, we also had a leaked music video for a song called Cartier, which has also for some reason amassed legendary cult status, because we never got to see the light of day for that music video. You can still watch the very low quality footages and images of it on the internet, but it's not officially out. But that thing is still a whole mystery in itself. It never came out officially, just like the leaks. Then the whole thing was pretty quiet. There was rumors about the two of them having fallen out over 2020 when Uzi said that the two of them weren't on good terms anymore. But then in the summer of 2021, so now also already about 2 years ago, Uzi revived this whole thing by tweeting out 1629 with a kiss emoji, and then somebody asked, is that really happening, the whole 1629 album? And Uzi replied, bro, just ask Carti. So this thing directly revived all of the rumors again that this thing was still going to happen at this point, then 4 years after it originally got teased and originally was slated for release together with the tour. Then we got to fast forward to February of 2022, so about a year ago, when Uzi was on Aiden Ross's stream, one of the first times, he's been on there a couple of times now, but one of the first times where they weren't actually in person but just talking over Discord or some other service, and Aiden Ross asked Uzi about the 1629 tape. Specifically, he asked if you could do a collaborative tape with any person, who would it be? And Uzi directly answered, it would be 1629 with Playboi Carti. And then he went on to elaborate that the two of them recorded the majority of the album in London over the past few years, so those original leaks of Break the Bank and Throw It Up and Cartier weren't gonna be on the actual tape, and that they have more than 40 songs, but it wasn't yet completely finished. It was still in a work in progress stage. But this obviously lit up all of the rumors again after he half a year earlier already kind of sparked some interest with that. Just 2 months later, in April of 2022, Carti covered XXL magazine. You might remember this was like a big story, and he talked about his new album only being called Music Now, all of that I covered in past videos. But he was also asked about Uzi. They asked him, you have a relationship with Lil Uzi Vert. You were going to put out a project together, so 1629. What happened to that? And he said, I love Uzi. I forgot to mention him. I love Uzi to death. Will we ever hear that project? And he said, Uzi is working on mad music right now. I don't know if he's serious about a lot of things, but I hope one day we can change the world with that for sure. And this is where we are today. This is where we are today in March of 2023. Both of them have teased at projects. You know, we had the Playboi Carti whole cover with the Balenciaga creative director on there. We had him talking about Narcissist supposed to come out, but then he went to jail. Apparently it got delayed. All of that drama going on. We're not going to go in detail on that one. We know that Uzi is about to drop. He said that he's putting the final touches on the pink tape at his Rolling Loud performance in LA. He also directly referenced Carti at Rolling Loud, saying, shout out to Carti, we don't talk hardly, but that's where my heart be. Y'all know I mentioned that a lot in my past videos, and we know that both of them are supposed to be dropping sometime soon, with the Swamp Izzo Playboi Carti tape supposed to be coming out before June as a release date, and we know that Uzi said that he is about to drop in about 2 months, so also May, June, somewhat of that same time period. So they are supposed to be dropping around the same time. Uzi also said that he's supposed to go on tour after his new album drops. So we're talking about Pink Tape and Narcissist. But then this is where that story that I showed y'all in the beginning earlier comes into play again, because then Uzi posted to his Instagram this story right here, and this is what everybody's talking about. I made a video a couple of days ago going over the Pink Tape updates, so make sure to go check that out to get all the info just on the Pink Tape, Uzi's new album. But this picture right here is a picture of the devil with his 2 children, and I'm going to show you, I showed the original picture in that other video, so make sure to go check it out about a lot of more depth behind this. But he tagged Playboi Carti and himself as the devil's children, and he said, me and my love about to take over the world. Now I find it funny that he used somewhat of the same words that Carti said when talking about Uzi in that April 2022 XXL interview, where he said that Uzi's doing a lot of different things and he hopes that both of them can change the world at some point. So everybody's thinking about maybe this is referring to the both of them. And he said, you know, tag both of them, you know, upside down cross, everything demonic again, even though he said that he's not a Satanist, whatever. But this to me seems like they have some music together. Either Playboi Carti has a feature on the Pink Tape, Uzi has a feature on Narcissist, whatever, or they have a collaborative tape, 1629. This thing has been in the works and has been promised so much that I do think we're going to get it at some point. A lot of people are saying this is never going to drop. Every video I watch on YouTube saying it's never going to drop. I think also the reason that both of them are dropping around the same time, May, June of this year, we could hear a lot more speculations about this album around that time as well. So watch out for May and June of this year for more info on 1629. There's a reason that Uzi has been referencing Carti and Rolling Loud, also with this new post, so much over the past couple of weeks that I don't think it's just going to go unnoticed. Obviously, we're jumping just on the next little hint that Uzi is giving us, and we've done that for the past 5 years when it comes to 1629. Also, obviously, you know, connecting to Playboi Carti. But I do think if they're both supposed to release albums this year, I think we could, you know, hear some new words on this one. But that's the whole story and the whole background behind 1629. I hope a lot of y'all could take some stuff away from this video. Maybe you didn't know all of the details, how this, you know, kind of spanned out over the past 5 years, and you're now caught up to date with what the point is and what the status is right now for that project and how we're moving with it into the future. Let me know what you think about this though. Are you excited for 1629? Do you think that we'll actually get it at some point? Do you think it'll be this year? I could see both of them dropping their solo projects this year, May, June, and then they're going to be releasing 1629 the year after. That will be perfect. That will work for me. But let me know all your thoughts and your opinions on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.